Hello guys, welcome to Apple Questions Explained, and today we're going to explore why people buy Apple products and accessories alike even when they're that expensive. Make sure you subscribe so that you can watch more content and many unanswered questions regarding Apple. So first of all, why are Apple products expensive? We will look into 5 reasons why. So basically the first and main reason why Apple products are expensive is that each and every Apple product has its own closed system, which means it is not open source and it is only available for Apple, or else it's a copyright issue. And it means that the operating systems of Apple, that is iOS and macOS, cannot be run on any other non-Apple device and can run only natively on the Apple device, that is iPad, iPhone, and Mac. And while having a closed system, one of the biggest disadvantages is that it takes a lot of cost in research and development. This is one reason why Apple products are expensive. The second reason is that Apple has never targeted its products or appealed to the middle class or the poor people, and even their lowest costing product or lowest costing phone is the iPhone SE, priced at $400, which is nowhere accessible for the poor people. And always it has been the case that Apple has always been a premium lifestyle brand. It has never appealed to the class of middle class or poor people. And sorry for creating the social barriers between people's economic classes, but that is just how it is, and it is not to hurt anyone or discriminate or insult anybody. The third reason is that they use high end components and finishing to make their product. Like, for example, the gold finish in the Retina MacBook in 2015. That's one example of the finishing that is done in the products. And you can troll Apple for its price, for its high price, or the features, the less features it gives. But you cannot challenge Apple for the build quality and finishing of the products, because that is the authority they've built in the tech industry. They are known to be one of the best companies who give perfect privacy to the customer, and they give good quality to the products they make. And number three is the finishing is very good. And the tech industry has a strong bias that Apple never compromises with its components and finishing, no matter what. And the components will always remain reliable. For example, there was a Samsung Galaxy blast out when it was charged. There's nothing like that you need to be scared of if you buy an Apple product, because they're ever so reliable. And if you're an Apple user, you know that Apple doesn't believe in repair. If there's a fault in their product, they simply replace it for free. The fourth reason is that, as I mentioned earlier, Apple needs to invest a lot of resources on research and development (R&D) a lot, because it has to manufacture its own products right from the scratch, from hardware to software. They have to do everything right from scratch, so they need to invest a lot of resources on research and development. And they can't be like, let's copy this company or that. Even if they decide to do so, they can't do it because of their own ecosystem compatibility, because they have to develop their own hardware and software, as I mentioned earlier, because they don't borrow the software or hardware from another company. Rather, they design all of them. If Apple sees some product worth providing to its consumers, they need to first work on its own hardware, then software. This is not the end. They need to make sure that the product is completely optimized with the ecosystem. For example, it should run iCloud to be able to sync to the other devices of the ecosystem, etc. The fifth and the last reason why Apple products are priced high is because the fact that, since Apple is not a humanitarian company and is a business company, and of course, since they're a business company, they will strive for some profit margins. That is why the Apple's products are very high. The prices are placed very high. And as of December 31st, 2022, its net profit margin is 24.56% of the original product's cost. Meaning, it is not the gross margin. Gross margin is something else, but the net profit margin or the net margin is the net margin excluding the manufacturing, marketing, etc. of the product. So that is the net profit margin, and it was 24.56% as of December 31st, 2022. So these are the reasons why Apple products are priced very high. So now the main question is, why do people buy Apple products even if they're that expensive? There are many reasons for that, but let us list out four reasons which make sense to me. So the first reason is that because Apple products give that user experience to the customer who's buying it or the consumer, because Apple can manipulate the functionality as it's not open source, and they have end-to-end control over both the hardware and software because they designed both of them. They have end-to-end control to manipulate that experience for the consumer. So that is one of the reasons. And the second reason is that while Apple products are expensive to buy, they give that premium look and feel than the competition, which is why they're preferred more than the competition around it, even if the competition is powerful. The form factor is what matters second to the customers. That's why they look at the premium look and feel of the Apple products and buy them, even if they're expensive. And the third reason is that unlike the Google Pixel phones, which have a new design with every generation, and sometimes Google kills off many generation of products, but Apple's schedule is more predictable, and they make their design consistent and evolve their product gradually, which gives customers enough time to get accustomed to the changes, which is why they took a period of 2 years to transition from Intel processors to Apple Silicon. So that is one of the things, and they take their time in designing their wonderful hardware, which is aesthetic and pleasing as well as solves the purpose of why it was bought by the customer. And Apple has always believed in the coexistence of form factor and performance, or having clean and neat designs or simple designs, but could be a powerhouse like the Mac Pro. Its design is not that much of a revolution. It's a simple design, but inside it's a powerhouse. So this is what Apple targets to customers. And the fourth and last reason, and after which we'll be wrapping this video, is that Apple emphasizes on privacy, which makes them more preferable from the business sector since they want their data to be secure or safe. So that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. Please subscribe to watch more content and many unanswered questions regarding Apple, and I'll meet you in the next video.